Hey there gamers, and welcome back to the channel. So we have our October update patch notes here. These just dropped, so I'm going to record my live reaction to them. We're going to be reading through them, seeing if there's anything in here that wasn't in the teasers they gave us, and maybe we can learn something new about the Jungle Getaway update. So diving right into it here, it says, "Hey Valley Villagers, we hope you enjoyed the recent developer update video, with our next content update releasing a little later this week," which actually is tomorrow. "It's about time to dig into the patch notes. Not only will we be returning to a familiar realm for a new adventure in a new light, but we've also got a stunning collaboration coming up for the game and a bunch of quality of life improvements that draw upon all important player feedback. Disney Dreamlight Valley's Jungle Getaway update arrives October 9th, so check out all the details below. First off, we have new content available to all players. Return to Disney's The Lion King realm and experience the realm in a new light with a day and night cycle, new quests, and new friends. Speaking of, 2 new characters. Embrace equal parts relaxation and antics as Timon and Pumbaa from Disney's The Lion King arrive in the valley alongside new friendship quests and unique new items. A new STARPATH. Turn your valley into a music festival with the night show STARPATH, featuring furniture that'll literally help you set the stage, a rockstar turtle animal companion, as well as clothing inspired by Disney villains, Disney princesses, and rock music." Okay, very interesting. Looking forward to seeing what else is in this STARPATH. The rockstar turtle sounds pretty cool. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And I'm very interested in what kind of Disney villain and Disney princess looks we're going to get in the STARPATH as well. Dress to impress. Dig into an exciting collaboration with Loungefly, in which recreations of Loungefly's statement-making backpacks will arrive in the game across the STARPATH premium shop and social media. Keep an eye out for more details in the launch day blog. Next, it says, "Prepare your pumpkins." The Trick or Treat in-game event returns to the Valley from October 23rd to the 31st, featuring a brand new reward. And we already saw this new reward on social media. It was that like Disney or like Mickey pumpkin candy bucket or something along those lines. It looked pretty cool. Weekly rotations to look forward to. Keep an eye out for new optional items in the premium shop alongside some returning favorites, as well as new weekly Dreamsnap challenges and rewards. Also, Scrooge's shop getting some new stuff here. New shipment alert. Scrooge McDuck's store has received a batch of new goods for sale, including additional realm decor. I'm guessing we're going to be getting some more Lion King realm decor, maybe some other realms as well. That would be pretty cool. They didn't specify Lion King realm, so maybe we'll get decor from other realms as well. Next here it says, "Adjusted available moonstone packs to introduce a new option that includes both moonstones and a seasonal valley-inspired cosmetic item. This pack will be offered for a limited time, and different seasonal cosmetic items may be offered with future updates." Interesting. Okay, so they're making a pivot here in the premium shop. It appears that you'll be able to get a moonstone bundle that comes with cosmetic items. This could be good or bad. If the cosmetic item they feature here, if the only way to get that item is by getting that moonstone bundle, I don't think I'm gonna like that, because if you don't need, let's say right now you're sitting on 10,000 moonstones, you're not really gonna need to get more moonstones. So if the item they have with that bundle is exclusive to that bundle, then it might not be a good thing that it's there. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It just seems like another way for Gameloft to get a bit more money flowing into the game. I'm not sure how to feel about that. And lastly, it says, "Please note, Disney Dreamlight Valley Arcade Edition does not include seasonal STARPATHs or the premium shop," which, you know, we're already aware of that. Anyway, moving down to improvements. So under controls here, it says, "Added a toggle to the settings and controls menu to select between 2 different camera control methods when using a gamepad in edit mode. Players will be able to select between an option that's akin to the game's original free-flowing control style or a new hybrid approach that locks the cursor to the center of the screen while also giving the ability to move it freely by holding a button." And then there's some additional additional notes here. It says, please note this control method selection will apply to outdoor areas. Edit mode while in the player house will default to the original control style. And that's kind of what we were already seeing anyway. Next, it says added a toggle to the settings and control menu to select between two different sprinting control methods when using a gamepad, allowing players to revert to the previous button mapping or use the updated button mapping left bumper introduced last update. Okay, I'm glad they're finally making that optional. I preferred the old style of sprinting. I know some people are okay with the new, especially if you had like arthritis. Some people said it worked better with their hands, but this is what I think it should have been from the get-go. It should have been optional, though I know why they did it. I just feel like they shouldn't have forced that change on players that were already comfortable and happy with their layouts. Most games let you customize your controls, so this is good to see. Next here, it says added a toggle to the settings and gameplay menu to enable a tap to sprint control option, allowing players to start and stop sprinting at the press of a button without needing to hold it. Okay, interesting. Next says added full support for wireless controls on Steam without requiring Steam input to be enabled. If you have not previously adjusted this option, the game will now default to built-in support, our recommendation, and can be adjusted as needed in the settings and control menu. Okay, so that's only going to be something that you're going to need to worry about if you're a Steam player. I know I'm a Steam player, but I've always used my Xbox controller, never had any problems with that. All right, next up we have Scrooge McDuck's store. Scrooge's store will now display furniture items in place of empty clothing and mannequins, including in the window displays. Okay, good. So our Scrooge windows are no longer going to be empty. This was also featured in the developer update video, so we already knew about that. Now we have some notes for Dreamsnaps and photo mode. Interested to see what we have here. Added a skip button to the Dreamsnaps voting screen. Oh, wow. Allowing players to skip up to 10 votes per day. Why would they put a limit on it? I mean, okay, I don't really get this. People have been wanting a skip button, but why give it a maximum? Why say, oh, you can only skip 10 times? Because we can already skip. If you don't like the two photos that pop up, if neither one of them go for the theme, you can just back out and not vote for them and then go back in. So all they're doing by putting a cap on this is inconveniencing us, because it's still, for me, even if I've already skipped 10 times, if I come up against two photos and neither one of them did the theme at all, I'm gonna have to back out and then go back in to find people that did do the theme, because I don't like voting for anybody that didn't do the theme at all. Most of the time, that's pretty rare. I don't see too many people that ignore the theme, but I do see it, so I don't know. I just don't understand why they would, this allowing players to skip up to 10 votes. Like, I just think that's... I don't know. I'm not very happy with that. It's just like, yeah, we gave you a little bit of convenience, but if you abuse it, you don't get that convenience anymore. Like, oh, okay. Strange. Very strange. All right, next up says added the ability for avatars to hold hand accessories and royal tools while in photo mode. Oh, this is a great change. This is probably the best thing we've seen in the patch notes. This is incredible. I think this might be one of the best things in the entire update. This is something I've been wanting to see for a long time. This means we can finally use accessories in Dreamsnaps. We can hold accessories while in photo mode. That is huge. I can't believe they didn't reveal this during the developer showcase. I feel like that's something people would have been very excited about. So this is, so far, I think the absolute best thing we've read in these patch notes. This is like amazing here. So very excited for this. Our accessories will finally have some utility. This is what I've been waiting on for accessories. Right now, they're just kind of pointless to have. I mean, you can always equip them and run around your friend's valley, but that's about it. They don't really do anything else. And I've always said, they would be so much more fun if we could use them in photo mode and use them in Dreamsnaps. So this is a very, very nice and welcome change. All right, moving down, we have premium shop changes here. Added a new recommended section to the premium shop, which will feature 4 additional items or bundles each week. The contents of this section will differ from player to player based on their premium shop interests. Okay, seems like, yeah, Gameloft, and they're really trying to get those purchases in. Now they're looking at your purchase history. They're saying, okay, this person always wants to get premium houses. They don't have this one. Let's recommend it. Yeah, just more effort into the premium shop, it seems. You know, will that be a pro or a con? I don't know. Kind of remains to be seen. Not a big fan of the moonstones bundled with cosmetic items. Like I said before, I guess I'll have to wait and see how that goes. It depends on if it's a good deal or not. And it also depends on if those items are only available with that moonstone bundle. If that's how they set it up, I think it's going to be a bit cash grabby. I'm not a big fan of that, but we'll have to wait and see when the update gets here. We only have one more day. Next up under Other says added the ability to equip wearable wings as a glider in the wardrobe. All wings currently available in the game will be equipable this way, replacing the surfing glider animation with a fluttering animation more befitting of wings. Whoa, that's interesting. I did not expect something like this. This is a pretty cool change. So all of the wings we own now will be able to work and function as gliders. So I guess when we sprint or glide, the wings will like flutter or move. I think that's pretty cool. This is actually a really neat change and not one that I saw coming at all. So I have to say I'm pretty fond of this. It gives even more utility to the wings and makes them even better items for us to get our hands on. All right, next up it says added the ability to track your progress on individual Dreamlight duties and STARPATH duties, as well as the collection of materials for crafting recipes via the on-screen quest tracker. Okay, yeah, we saw a bit of that in the developer update video already. And next it says various UI improvements were made to the STARPATH menu. All right, so they made some changes to the STARPATH menu. Okay, interesting. I guess we'll have to take a closer look at that when the update drops tomorrow. And of course, after that, we just have top changes and bug fixes as always, and there's just a lot of quest fixes here. I don't like reading these out in the video because it would just get really repetitive, and these are very niche things. Not everybody has to deal with these bugs. So if you are dealing with a bug in your game, I will have these patch notes linked in the video description down below. You can visit that link and scroll through these bug changes or bug fixes and see if the bug you're dealing with is mentioned here and if the bug has been fixed. So very interesting now that we've read through it here. You know, some of the stuff in here is really exciting. I think the best thing in the patch notes would be the fact that we'll be able to use accessories in photo mode. This is something players have wanted for a very long time, and I'm really excited to see that. I think the second best thing in the patch notes would probably be the fact that wings can be equipped as gliders. That sounds really cool, and I'm glad they're giving more utility to both accessories and wings. Now, as far as the things I saw in the patch notes that I don't like, I'm not really a big fan of bundling cosmetic items with moonstone purchases. It kind of, you know, especially if those items are only available with a moonstone bundle, I'm not a big fan of that, because if you recently purchased moonstones and you already have moonstones, you shouldn't have to buy more just to get an item that comes to the shop. I feel like that's a bit cash grabby. I feel like it's not necessary. The premium shop seems to be flowing fine as is. It really strikes me as just another way to get more money out of the community, and I feel like they're getting enough money. You know, they've got the paid expansions every year. They've got plenty of cosmetic items. I know they give away a lot of moonstones for Dreamsnaps, but even if you win all of your, you know, even if you get 4K every Dreamsnap, it's not enough to buy everything that comes to the game. So, I don't know. I don't think they should be focusing on more ways to get more money. If they want more money, just, you know, keep dropping these paid expansions. People will keep getting them. And like, how much more do you guys need here? They didn't go free to play, which I'm glad they didn't. I think the game, if it had gone free to play, I think it would have been really money hungry. We probably would have seen loot boxes and gacha mechanics and gambling mechanics, and I don't want to see any of that in the game. But considering the game is not free to play, considering everybody that plays this has to purchase it or have Game Pass, and considering the fact that even if you get 4K on all of your Dreamsnap rewards, it's not enough to purchase everything that comes to the game, and considering the fact that we get a $30 expansion at the end of each year, I just really don't think it's necessary for them to add even more ways to get money out of the player base. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want the game to get too cash grabby, and it feels like a lot of the effort on this update, even though it's a smaller update, seems to have some emphasis on the premium shop. So yeah, it does seem like they've put a lot of effort into the premium shop throughout this update. You know, with it being a smaller update, I don't know. I just think maybe some of that attention and focus could have gone into other places, but that's just me. You don't have to agree with that. I just don't want to see the game get more cash grabby. I would expect it to get more cash grabby if they went free to play, but they didn't. They did not go free to play. So they should have plenty of funding. And I know a lot of people that buy moonstones, So I just, you know, the recommended tab, tracking your purchase history, and on top of that, the items bundled with Moonstone packages. Not a very big fan of these changes, but like I said, there are some positive things in these patch notes, so I'm really excited about the accessories. I'm really excited about the wings, so there is some good here. And even if this update is underwhelming, like I've mentioned in other videos, even if it's not quite what we were hoping for, we have a very exciting update on the horizon for December. And yes, that is, of course, if you're going to get the paid expansion, but I definitely will be, and I know many people that are parts or members of my community will be as well. Now, if you're unable to get the next paid expansion or DLC, then you might not have as much to look forward to. And if that's the case, there's plenty of other good games out there that you could give a try. Whenever I post these videos on YouTube, I'll have people be like, well, I don't have anything to look forward to because I can't get the expansion. And I'm like, well, why are you, you know, like, why not? If you have nothing to look forward to with Dreamlight Valley, why not play a different game? There's so many different games out there. I don't know, like, don't play something that makes you miserable. Anyway, very interesting, very interesting. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm ready to dive into this update and see these changes for myself. And, you know, I think Timon and Pumbaa's quests are going to be fun. I'm very curious about the STARPATH. And like I said, we're going to be doing a full review and breakdown of the STARPATH. That video should be out this Saturday. I should have all the items unlocked. We're going to do a full review of the new items, and I'll let you know how I feel about the STARPATH at that point. But until then, I'm going to save my judgment. I'm going to reserve my judgment for after I have the items and I can really look at them and understand them. Lastly, I'll just say this. If you would like to enjoy the update live on October 9th, which is tomorrow, feel free to join us around 8:50 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be live right before the update drops, and then we'll dive right into it at 9 a.m. You can find a link to my Twitch channel and Discord server in the video description down below. We would love to see you on update day. It's always a whole lot of fun. If you found today's video helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and press that like button as it helps more people discover my channel. Also, consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the Jungle Getaway update.